Hi, welcome to your yoga class. We are focusing on opening up the heart and the shoulders today. I'm Jacquelyn Umoff, also known as Action Jacquelyn. We are in the heart of Nosara, Costa Rica, in the jungle, and it is just so beautiful and lush and green around us. So take in the scenery, enjoy the yoga, listen to the jungle noises, and let's get started. Let's start at the back of the mat on our knees. We are going to just start in child's pose. So reach the fingertips forward. You can separate the knees if that feels good for you, and let the hips rest on your heels. Reach your fingertips forward and just start to center yourself down into the earth. Feeling this active pose as you reach the fingertips forward and you reach the hips back down towards the heels. Just bringing your focus inward towards your breath, inhaling big, deep ujjayi breaths. And an ujjayi breath is just a little bit of a closure in the back of your throat so that your breath starts to sound more like an ocean. So there's a slight restriction at the back of the throat, and it's a nice heavy breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And then just count to yourself 4 breaths in, and then 4 counts out. Two more like that. All right, on your next exhale, let's come on up onto our hands and knees. Stack the shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. You're up on the tops of your feet. Make sure that you're not on the balls, but you're on the tops of the arches. Let's take a couple of cat-cow. So we're gonna lift the sternum and chest high up to the sky. You can bring your gaze up if that's good for you. And then we're going to scoop everything under, pull the belly button in towards the spine, and grow the arms longer as you push away the ground. The fingertips start to root into the floor like tree roots. Good. Inhale up, look up. Feel the tailbone lifting up towards the sky, and exhale. Pull the belly button up in towards the spine. Let the tailbone drop down towards the floor. Push away as the arms get longer, the spine gets longer. Again, inhale all the way up. Inhale up. And exhale all the way through. Good. Tuck the toes under and let's press up through the thighs. You're just going to stay right here, hovering over the mat. The knees are lifting just a couple inches up off of the floor. I want you to feel your thigh bones rooting up and sinking into your hips. So they're going up into the hip sockets. Good. Push away from the floor. The fingertips again are grounding in like tree roots. Pull the lower belly in. Your thighs should be fired up. Your lower belly should be fired up. Arms are fired up. Good. Hold for 3. Keep breathing. Hold for 2. And 1. Now let's press it all the way back to downward dog. Good. So that pose generates a lot of heat through the heart. a lot of heat through the entire body. So in down dog, let's try to again keep rooting the fingers into the floor. So feel all 10 fingers in the floor. Feel all 10 of the knuckles of the fingers in the floor. Making sure that you're not bubbling up the top of the knuckles and dumping into the wrist, but instead trying to put the weight towards the palm of the front palm, not the back of the palm. And that'll help keep some of that weight out of the wrists and help strengthen and fire up the forearms. Couple of breaths here. Good, let's start to move our down dog just slightly. So you're gonna pick up the heels, lengthen the tailbone long, and then let the heels drop over to the right side. As you do this, I want you to think about elongating through the left side of the body. Good, now pick the heels back up and then go to the other side. And then here you're gonna feel the right side of the body get longer. And pick it up and lower the heels down. Good, let's bring the feet a little bit closer together towards the midline. Now we're gonna lift the hips up like we're moving like a wave through the ocean, articulating through the spine, landing in high plank. And then we're gonna pick it up again. So I want you to start pushing the floor away from you with the hands, elongating through the scapula and through the lats, and then going back into downward dog. Let's try that 2 more times. So you're gonna lift up. It initiates first by lifting the heels up, articulate through the spine like a wave, reaching long. Feel the heart extend past your mat, and then push away from the floor with those hands. Elongate through the arms and through the lats. Pull the lower belly in, and then bring it back. Let's do 1 more time. Next time we're gonna stay in high plank, lift up high, move like water, reach the heart forward. Now we're gonna slowly lower down, chaturanga. You wanna try to reach your shoulders past your wrists slightly, pull the lower belly in, and then slowly lower for 3, lower down for 2, lower down for 1, all the way down to the floor. Good job. Okay, so now our hands are right by our ribs. Our elbows are squeezing in towards the midline, and we're on the tops of our toenails. All right, so now we're gonna lift the head up. Remember, today we're focusing on opening the heart, opening the chest and the shoulders, and then try to look up. So we're lifting the chest up, look up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Squeeze those elbows in and lower down. You're gonna feel the back fire up. Try not to dump everything into the lower belly. Keep the lower belly pulled up underneath you. Good. And here we go. Inhale. Lift it up. Bring the gaze up high. Squeeze the elbows in and slowly lower down. Like someone has a string on your clavicles and they're just gracefully pulling you up. 1 more time. Inhale. All the way up, up, up. Maybe you can let go of the hands and hold. And then exhale. All the way down. Good job. All right, hold it here. We're gonna just pick up the head and we're gonna do a nice shoulder stretch. So we're gonna take the left hand, reach it across underneath the right, and then the right hand is gonna go across, right over, so that you create this nice crisscross right in front of your chest. Immediately you should feel a nice stretch across the lats, across the shoulders. Try to have the arms teed up so they're in the same line with each other, and then the rest of your body is in a nice long line as well. Keep the feet closed together and pull the lower abs in. It's always good to keep some tone in the abs, making sure that they're not just dumping and putting extra weight in your back. Let's do 2 more breaths here. And 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Slowly come out of it the same way you came in. Now we'll go to the other side. So let's have the right hand go underneath the left and the left go over the right. And you're going to feel maybe one side just feels a little different than the other, and that's totally normal. We all have different things going on different sides of our body. So we're holding here for about 5 breaths. Try to pick up the lower belly. Lengthen the spine. Even though you're laying down, you never want to just dump and let the belly kind of go slack. That's pulling you in. That's your root. That's your stability. So keep it toned and pulled in. Use your breath to help keep everything nice and smooth and flowing. Good. 2 more breaths here. And let's slowly come out of it. Same way you came in. Good job. Let's bring the elbows down onto the floor. So you're in Sphinx pose here. Your shoulders should be right over those elbows. Now I want you to pick up the lower belly and just pick up the heart and pick up the chest. Just feel yourself almost levitating up above the mat. Lifting high. Lifting the chest. Lifting the heart up. So we open the heart. We open the mind. Open the body. To bring new opportunities, new awareness. Good, and then come down. Let's bring the hands right by the ribs. Let's tuck the toes under. You're going to lengthen out the thighs so they pop up off of the floor. You're going to pull the lower belly in, and if you can, you're going to press yourself all the way back up to plank pose. If you're not there yet, that's okay. You can put your knees down first. I'll show you here. You put the knees down, and then you just push yourself up from there, and then lift the knees and go back. All right. And this time we're going to come all the way forward, and we're just going to go into a nice vinyasa flow here. So shoulders are going to go forward, heart reaches forward, lower down. This time come up onto the tops of the feet. Lift yourself up into upward dog all the way up. So now we're really opening up the chest. The lower belly pulls in, the shoulders broaden, the clavicle widens, heart lifts up high towards the sky, and then press your hips up towards the sky and back into downward dog. One more time, just like that. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog all the way. Pull the heart up, open the chest wide, shoulders roll back. Good. Tuck the toes under and press it all the way back. Nice job. All right, we're going to bring the right foot forward from down dog. So I want you to pull the knee up and towards the chest like there's a magnet, and the chest and the knee want to be together. And then you're going to just step that right foot forward. We're going to go into a low lunge. So you're going to let your left knee come down, come up into the tops of the toes of the left foot. And if this is too much for you to come up onto your fingertips, then you can stay here a little bit more forward. But if not, you want to try to sit up. Again, feel like someone has 2 strings here on your clavicle, and they're lifting your heart up, lifting your chest up. Good. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths, feeling the entire front side of the body opening up. Last breath. All right. Tuck the back toes underneath you and reach it all the way back. Let's take it down into chaturanga and up into up dog. Lift up high and press it all the way back to down dog. Good job. Let's do it. Let's go on the left side now. Really, really slow. I want you to first pull the knee in towards your chest. See if you can actually make contact with your chest and your thigh. Firing up the core, slow motion all the way forward, and then slowly step that foot in between your hands right by your left foot. Put the right knee down, tops of the toes on the floor, and then on your next inhale, lift the chest up, lift the shoulders back, open up through the chest and the sternum, and open the heart up to the sky. pull the lower belly in. There's still a lot of lift that happens in this pose. You don't want to completely sink and kind of dump down.